tier of government. Now, 6 issues were classified to relate to the mandate of the national government, while 9 issues were categorized to relate to the mandate of county government, and 4 issues fell under concurrent mandate. Arising therefore, we are aware that the county governments are at various stages of addressing the issues raised in respect to their counties. Now, on the part of the national government, this is where we actually want to focus on. The measures set out hereafter have been undertaken in fulfillment of its obligation as follows. Let me check that. And it has the issue to do with facilitating the payment of basic salary arrears accrued by the national government entities arising from 2017 to 2021, secured the requisite budgetary support in the amount of 2.4 billion to facilitate the immediate deployment and posting of the 2023-2024 cohort of medical student interns in accordance with the guidelines issued by the Salaries and Remuneration Commission, and also provided grants and scholarships for eligible postgraduate medical officers. Now, in this regard, all eligible medical students, interns, are urged to collect their posting letters from the Ministry of Health offices with immediate effect from Thursday, 4th April. It goes ahead to say they're calling on the union to actually end the strike. Let me take what you think about this first.
Thank you very much for having me. And my first take is that it is tragic, because as a union, we believe that the head of public service would be able, through the powers that vested upon him, to be the bigger person in this stalemate and guide us through it. And when we met him the first time as a union, we trusted in his wisdom. But a few things have come out clearly today. First of all, we are happy that they acknowledge that they never implemented the 2017 CBA. And they owe us money to the tune of 3.5 billion. I'm happy that, unlike Susanna Kumicha, he has owned up that the CBA 2017, as much as it was signed by the other government, is legally binding, and they have to adhere by it. But quickly, a few disappointments then creep in, especially on the issue around internship. First of all, there is nothing called medical student interns. We only have medical officer interns, dental officer interns, and pharmacist interns, because these are students who have graduated. They have graduation certificates, so much so that if they decide to pursue other careers apart from being clinical doctors, they can go and work. So they're not students. Interns work. And in Cap 253 of the Kenya Medical Practitioners Dentist Council, Kmpdu Act, clearly states that these are employees who work under supervision. Public Service Commission have a staff establishment of 2,000 of them because they're not students. Otherwise, they'll be still under the university. There's nothing like medical student interns. 1. 2, the purported SRC guideline that is being spoken around is just an opinion of one person, the CEO, Len Mengich. Why do I say so? Because in 2017, when we were signing the CBA, before a CBA is registered in court as a court order, the SRC must give concurrence, what we call letter of no objection. And they give this concurrence after doing job evaluation of what interns do, the money they raise, and what is the commensurate pay. And they did that, and we have the letter of no objection from SRC. This purported guideline is what Susan Nakumite the other day wrote on the 11th, one afternoon, to her friend, Lynn Mengich. And let me just finish this. When she wrote this letter, she said that as a ministry, we think you should pay these guys 50,000 from 6,000. And Lynn Mengich, within 48 hours, without even the commission meeting, replied back to her that I agree with you. Instead of paying them 50,000, let's pay them 47,000 without any job evaluation, without the commission meeting. So all that so-called guideline are just but personal opinion that Kmpdu will not even listen to.
So the pay cut was actually factored?
There are 91% pay cut. The intern doctors are earning 206,000. The SRC guideline is paying 47,000. That's a salary that they were last paid in 1998. Governments have paid that money. Even the government that the current president was sitting in last time paid that money. Right. So what has happened today, that Susan Nakumita wants to give them a 91% pay cut. Let me explain to you what happened. Minister of Health, through their sheer incompetence, failed to defend the budget for interns during the last year's budget making process. And when they found themselves with intern to post and no budget, because you know with the treasury, if you don't defend your budget line due to competing interests, they withdraw that money. So they took that money away from Ministry of Health. Now they are stuck with the interns with no money allocated. Now how do they solve the problem? They want to solve it by giving the ones who are working there a pay cut, punishing them for their own incompetence. The union will not allow that.
Okay, so you've been called upon to end the strike. What happens then? Are you going to look at this particular proposal and agree to it? Is the strike
what proposal? We had an all-of-nation meeting. That on the first day when we met, we made a subcommittee that was supposed to pick up the issues, prioritize them, and then we were supposed to meet again to discuss the immediate issues. When we met on the day for the second meeting, government walked out. Everybody knows that government walked out. We never had any discussion. So as we sit here, we have never had a discussion on what the committee was supposed to present. Number two, the court order was clear that every single governor was to come for this discussion. Only one governor came the first time. Second time, only 4 governors came. So tomorrow we are going back to court. And I know this press release is not meant to solve any problem. It's meant to assuage the court and to show that government has honored their part. But they forget that 47 governors didn't turn up for that meeting. They forget that they have 3 other court orders that they've ignored. So as much as they want to play to the gallery and try to make doctors be unreasonable, it's clear in our minds that there are so many things that they have not put there that we even agreed on with them. And if they were in goodwill, they would have even gone ahead and implemented the match they have talked about. Okay,
let me talk about the issue of the intern doctors. What would have been the best approach on this particular release when it comes to solving that?
I have sung this song to government 1,000,000 times. That the CBA 2017, once SRC gave no objection, it is the lawyers of government from Ministry of Health that took the CBA to court and adopted it as a court order. It's a contract now, legally binding until a new CBA comes. So whether they don't like the amount they're paying, whether they jump, they do what, they cannot run away from that CBA until we get a chance to sit again to discuss the next CBA that is due for discussion. Then we can then agree as a team that maybe this amount of money is too little. We want to increase the salary for the interns. Because by the law of CBA and ILO, a CBA cannot be negotiated backwards. A CBA is like when you build a house. You build to the first floor, and you wait. Then next time you want to build to the second floor, you don't bring down the first floor then start afresh. No, you build into the second floor. So they cannot negotiate this backwards. They can only come and tell us that what is the give and take around the issue. But as Kmpdu, having known what an intern does, interns work even against the labor laws. You work 48 hours non-stop. In the CBA, the should work only 40 hours. They work without even annual leave. No paternity leave, no maternity leave, no sick leave, nothing.
Okay. This is the thing, because from the look of things, it looks like the government is trying now to bring you on board and say, we are asking you kindly, the health services are actually in limbo as we speak at this particular moment. So could you come on board? And we've looked at the issues, we've segmented them, and we are trying to see if we can solve it. Do you look at this as an attempt to solve the issues that the doctors are actually facing?
You don't address the doctors through media. You don't address us through press release. We have been available the whole afternoon. We have been sitting waiting for this meeting to be called. We are available tomorrow morning to be called for any meeting. We are available day and night. When we had a meeting in KICC, they walked out. So it is in bad faith to walk out of a meeting. Then you issue, after 1 week of silence, you issue a press conference, a press release.
So this press release was not in conjunction with the Kmpdu. You have no idea. You had no idea that it was actually coming. No consultation whatsoever.
We had no idea. We don't know where it has come from. As much as we know as Kmpdu, we are waiting for the judge tomorrow to give directions on why government must not walk out of any talks. In fact, our plea to the judge is that, please, you are emboldening the employer to continue harassing the employees. By giving them that idea of a court order to call off the strike. If right now we are on strike and governors can't come for the meeting that the court has ordered, if we called off the strike today, we'll never even step into that meeting.
All right. So the strike is on?
Strike is on. 100 days, 200 days, 1,000 days, whether the government likes it or not, the CBA is a court order that they have to implement to the latter.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dennis Miskela, Deputy Secretary General Kmpdu. And this is a conversation that we continue to have here on the program. We do want to take a short break because I have